sitting here with my dear friends Tommji and Ilse. We are both, the three of us, from Holland, so we don't talk fluid English, but I think it's understandable. We met each other a couple of months ago at your place in Goorle. Tommji. Can you first explain to our English viewers what that stands for?
Tommji. Tao is the way, and Ji is the intention, the right intention, right, pure intention. Just going the way with the right intention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how do I know what the right intention is?
That's a good question, Patrick.
It's always in your heart. Not what you want, not your desires. It's in your heart.
The heart knows.
The heart knows.
Yeah.
Listen to your heart.
That's
what
different
your heart
from
has to say.
Yeah.
Knowing is very different from understanding.
Knowing and understanding is a difference.
Yeah. There's a big difference between. If you know that something is like this or that.
Mm-hmm.
It's the knowing, the pure knowing. Understanding is knowing with the mind.
And do I have to first understand something and then get to know it?
Or that's not necessary.
No?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You know that that cup of tea is hot.
Mm-hmm.
That's a knowing. Yeah, someone can say it to you 1,000 times.
Mm-hmm.
That the tea is hot. But when you touch it, you know it.
Yeah. So it's the same when I say I love you and someone says, but why? And you say, well, I don't understand. It is just that way that I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. And do we live in like a society where the knowing has been put aside and we have to understand everything? Or is it not a global problem?
I think it is. And it's all in the thinking mind
Mm-hmm.
that it is.
That what is?
That we are living in an understandable way of life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone wants to understand. Why is this? Why is
Mm-hmm.
that? Yeah. Nothing, it doesn't matter.
Always looking for explanations for everything.
Yeah. Because we think we are in control of things when we understand them. If I know who I am, or if I understand how I am, then I can construct my life in a certain way.
You think?
Yeah, that's what I've been taught in school.
Okay, who?
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 Not what.
Who has been taught?
Yeah. Well, the character I think I am.
Who's thinking?
Yeah.
Who is thinking? The I.
Mm-hmm.
I think. I think.
Mm-hmm.
And the I has no definition. It's not and the I is not a thing.
Yeah.
Like the eye of a needle.
Mm-hmm.
The eye of a needle is nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's no thing. Nothing.
Yeah.
But it's something. But no thing.
Yeah.
Yeah? Something, but no thing.
Yeah. And it's not something we can grasp. That's what I am. I cannot define it. Put it in a box with a label on it.
That's right.
Yeah. Still, some people tell me I'm consciousness. Then I know, that's what I am. I know what I am. I am consciousness. Yeah.
What I?
what I knows, or that it is consciousness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we go into the depth. I love it.
Right away.
Yeah, right away.
Boomba!
Yeah. Maybe some more information for people who are trying to get you to know you guys. The name Tommji, where did it come about? Did you read it in a book? Did you memorize it? Went to a place?
It came true from the source. We just knew the name. It came in. Phew.
Yeah. That's what it's going to be.
And later on we started to translate it. To look for the meaning, why it would be right.
Yeah.
And so the name Tommji was created.
Out of nothing.
Out of nothing,
Yeah.
it just came.
Yeah.
With the right intention. Ji.
Yeah.
And Yi is knowing. Knowing with the right intention. And Tao is the way. And we write it with a T, a and a U.
So not like the Tao Te Ching with an O.
That's
T-I-O.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is there a difference?
There's slight difference. The Tao with a T, that's going to the source. And it's coming from the source. And you, somewhere in history, it began all in one. And there it divided in Christianity, in Taoism, Buddhism, you call it. Yeah. And Tao with the T is from the one source.
Yeah. So it has nothing to do with religion.
No.
It's proceeding religion. It's where all religions sprouted from.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's a source of water.
Yeah. And how come that all those religions seem to point at the same thing, but still start fighting all the time, saying you are wrong, we are right? What's that about? Do you have an explanation for that?
They're not listening. They're not listening to each other. They're only shouting, this way, that way,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
way,
Yeah,
no, this way.
The ego.
No one is listening.
yeah,
That's the only one who listens. No one. No one listens.
yeah,
And no one is someone.
yeah. But still one.
But who knows one? No one knows.
Yeah.
They've forgotten that we're all one.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is connected.
Yeah.
Who am I?
That's the question.
That's the question.
Yeah. And
Who am I? What am I?
And do I get an answer when I ask myself that question? Is it in words or is it...
If you can listen,
yeah,
Listen to the inner voice and you get the answers.
yeah.
what do you hear?
Right now?
Yeah.
It seems like a woman and a man and a woman talking about something that is quite abstract. But that's when I listen to my mind, when it fills in like a subtitle for this, what is going on. But that hearing you talking about is something inside, not with words.
Yeah, if you you get to the question, who am I? Ask yourself that question.
Mhm.
Who am I? What am I?
Yeah.
And what do you hear?
Silence. Yeah.
And where is it?
Everywhere.
Everywhere connected.
Yeah.
It's yourself you're hearing. It's yourself you're listening to.
So the self is talking to itself right now.
Yeah, you can say it like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
And why would the self talk to itself? Is there a why to all of this?
Why do the self talk to itself?
Yeah, why would the self not be quiet? If everything is the self, everything comes out of the self, is this just like a play that the self was...
Who talks?
Well, the self, you
The
just...
self is.
Yeah.
The self just is.
Mm-hmm.
Silence.
Yeah. So for the self, there's no difference if you are talking, if I am talking, if she is talking, if there's wars going on, or...
That doesn't matter.
The self does not have preferences.
That doesn't matter.
No. So is this then just a dream? Is the self dreaming this world?
Yeah. It's a kind of sleep. The sleepy self.
Yeah.
But still the self.
Yeah.
But the sleeper doesn't know.
Yeah.
Perhaps he understands, but he doesn't know.
No. And do you know?
It's just wake up
Yeah.
from the dream.
Yeah.
Just wake up. When you wake up, you're awake.
And still in the dream.
If you think.
I start thinking. Yeah. 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 We talked in Dutch once before. Can you tell our English viewers something about, if you are interested in doing that, how this came about for you guys? Let's first start with the woman, with Ilse. You had a sort of awakening experience in a hospital, I can remember, or prior to going to a hospital.
That's true. Before we were just good friends, we've had different relationships. In a weekend I was lying in my bed and I heard my daughter, she was calling to my ex-boyfriend. She said, "Oh, you have to come home because there's something very bad with Mom." I walked up to the stairs where her room was and I spoke in a weird language which she didn't recognize, and I didn't know that. While she was calling, I wanted to tell her that I was very happy, that everything was okay, but I was in a paralyzed state, so I wasn't able to react, to talk. The next moment, what I can remember, that I was in a hospital and they thought it was very critical. There were some bleedings in my head, so they put me to the CT scan, some blood test, and they couldn't find anything. They've tried everything.
Mm-hmm.
They find nothing.
They find nothing.
Nothing they
But
find.
what happened after that experience? I saw better. I heard better.
Yeah. All the senses were open.
More than before. I woke
Yeah.
up. I was awake. I was really happy from that moment.
Yeah.
And people are asking us, and we're trying to spread that just by own experience.
Yeah.
And at the same moment, that's what
They
I have
didn't
to tell.
find nothing. I was thinking back, they didn't find nothing.
Can you explain
Because they were not looking for nothing. They were looking for something.
They were looking for something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that? True. They couldn't find an explanation.
Yeah.
Yeah. But at the same moment, you had this awakening. Something with Tom was also going on.
Yeah, Tom was in China for adoption, for a child, for a baby boy,
The young son.
for the young son. And afterwards, we had contact because Tom is a Chinese doctor, so I asked him for advice about herbs and everything. And then he told me, he gave the advice for the herbs, so for me to get But what I want to tell, maybe it's better that you can
Oh,
explain it.
you talk
I'm going
English very
fine?
well. Yeah.
Okay. It was at a special place where the Chinese emperors were telling their praise, their wishes for the rest of the year. And he was there afterwards at the same moment when I was in the hospital, and he made some wishes or intentions, and until today I don't know what he has said there.
You won't
I
tell
really,
me.
no, until now, no.
Oh. Can we trick you into telling it, Tom? What your wishes were in China?
Oh, it were not my wishes,
Oh.
It came in?
because it's not my wish.
What did you do there?
That's important. No, it is. It's thy will.
Thy will be done.
Thy will. Yeah, not mine.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a contact before, just a normal friendship.
Yeah.
And after that, we've both had relationships. We were not that stable. And within 6 months, I've made a step to quit with my relationship, and so did he. And later on, we came together like magic, like magnets,
Yeah.
or attracted.
It had to
was
be.
Really, it had to be.
Yeah.
It was really amazing,
Yeah.
unbelievable.
And why did you go to? You went to China for the adoption, but that was not the only reason, I guess, because you're interested in China.
Yeah, that's true. But half a year earlier, there was some awakening. I can call it like that.
Mm-hmm.
An awakening through, how do you call it?
Can you
From the
explain
sky.
it?
Thunder,
Thunder,
lightning.
a lightning.
Yeah.
I was struck by lightning.
Yeah.
Literally, or
Literally,
Yeah.
I was struck by lightning, and from that moment, every second of the life became magical. I lived every moment.
In the present, huh? You were
In the
aware
present.
of everything.
Yes.
And then the China trip was there, and the magical moment with Thy Will on the mountain, the offering place.
Yeah.
Yeah, and after the struck to the lightning, there was nothing. There was really nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing was left. Every possession I had, it wasn't there. There was nothing left.
And did it come back?
And nothing
Yeah.
But
was
he
left.
He has left it everything.
And whatever would come, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Nothing was there. Nothing was left.
He left his house, his possession, to his ex-partner, so there was nothing left. But he needed nothing.
Yeah.
He was happy.
You were fulfilled without
Anything.
anything. Yeah.
And
That feels good.
very,
Yeah, and free, I guess, because
very free.
this.
It feels like perhaps you took in your early years some swimming lesson,
Mm-hmm.
as a child, and then you must swim with clothes on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very heavy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But then there's the moment you can take your clothes, you
Yeah.
can
Take your clothes
you
off.
take your clothes off, and you swim
Ah.
very freely.
Yeah, you become the water.
You become the water.
Yeah. No obstruction.
That's the way it feels.
Yeah.
It feels very like that.
Yeah.
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 That's a good example.
Yeah.
In Dutch we would call it geen wrijving. Nothing that.
No resistance.
No resistance.
And that's all that it takes. No resistance.
To whatever comes your way.
Yeah.
That's a solution for everything,
That's
huh?
the solution.
Yeah.
No resistance. Or, like you call it,
To surrender.
overgave,
To
surrendering.
surrender.
Yeah.
Surrendering.
But no resistance, that's very practical.
Yeah.
Yeah, in whatever you do.
In whatever situation you come.
Yeah.
Still we come to go with the flow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Be with what is.
Yeah.
Yeah. We read it in all the books. But still, reading is not enough.
You have
Yeah.
to find a magical key. You can read
Till
all the books
Yeah.
in the world. But you have to connect with the key, with the source,
Yeah.
with
You call
everything.
it the mothership.
Yeah, I call it the mothership.
Yeah.
Get connected with the mothership.
And with the mothership you mean not with aliens flying in the sky?
No. Just with the source. Get
Yeah.
connected with everything.
Yeah.
With all what there is.
With the intelligence that is all around us, that moves the clouds, that does the water, everything.
Yes,
Yeah.
the sun, the moon,
Yeah.
the trees, the earth, the
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Everything which is connected.
Sounds very reassuring. It gives you a sense of, from now on I'm on vacation all the time. Everything is being taken care of.
That's right.
Yeah.
If you really feel, you can feel it. It is true.
Mm-hmm.
We've forgotten it because of all the rules and all the things we have to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But everything is already there. You have to connect with it,
Yeah.
that's all.
Yeah. And this is what you also tell people in a sort of, you call it satsang also, I guess, or how do you call your meetings?
MSH. I call it
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
Yeah.
Message?
Massage heart.
Yeah.
The massage heart is the me message from the heart into the heart.
Yeah. And
From heart to heart.
yeah.
It's all about the me or the I.
Mm-hmm. And with the me, you don't mean that mind-made self that I think I am. That Patrick with his car and his clothes and his bank account and his family and his friends and his house. And that's not the me you're talking about.
No, you still have your clothes on.
Yeah, swimming goes not so easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all those things we think we own, that gives us that sense of struggle, not going
Yeah,
smooth. Yeah.
with resistance. Yeah, some people like to be in the resistance.
Why is that?
Because of a habitude often, they're used to it.
Yeah.
They're used to it.
Yeah.
They're raised like that. They are, hoe zeg je dat, dwarsliggers.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you have, how do you call it?
I'm looking for the word.
Yeah. Someone who obstructs life. Who's
Yeah, exactly. Who
Blocks
blocks
it.
things.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's useful. Yeah, in the railroad,
Yeah.
where the blocks are very
Yeah,
useful
yeah,
to
yeah,
get
yeah.
in line.
Yeah.
To,
Yeah.
to,
Yeah.
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 You can explain the word like a river which is flowing. You throw stones in it doesn't flow. So that's what you want to
Yeah.
say about the people with that word,
Yeah.
no?
Yeah.
But everybody wants the same. Everybody wants to discover their real self,
Mm-hmm.
their shining self,
Yeah.
which is already there. But sometimes there are some distractions, like the sun is always shining, but sometimes there are clouds.
Yeah.
But the sun is always shining,
Yeah.
like you, like everybody. The heart, the you is shining. But we've forgotten it sometimes.
Yeah.
And we're trying to remember people who want that, who've got the question, to refine their true self.
Yeah. And you guys also do some, maybe I call it, I say it wrong, but hand work, Reiki you call it?
We call it, it's Reiki, it's a traditional healing system,
Mm-hmm.
and we're giving courses and treatments.
And how does that work? Because I've seen it one time. You don't touch the body. You just...
You can touch it. Some people like it to touch the body,
Mm-hmm.
but other people do it on distance or really on distance. You can do it with people in China, Japan. When they gave commission, you can treat them.
Yeah.
The intention counts. A
Mhm.
good intention and openness counts.
Alles
Like-
connected.
Everything is
Yeah.
connected, like small children when they're hurt.
Yeah.
They take their hand and put it on the knee which is
Yeah.
hurt. That's how it works.
Yeah.
So you've got some chakras in the hands,
Mm-hmm.
and the energy is coming, and you give it to the body from the other person, and a self-healing system from the other body starts to work.
Oh.
So you're just like a channel.
Yeah.
Reiki means universal, and Ki is energy.
Chi. The
Chi.
The chi.
In Japan, they say Ki.
Ki. Yeah. Universal energy.
That's right.
Yeah. And what can you heal with that universal energy?
Mental illness, some psychological diseases, but I always tell people to go to the doctor first. With a serious problem,
Mm-hmm.
you go to the doctor, like the acupuncture, the Chinese treatments which Tom give.
But every organism has self-healing capability. So what you do with the universal energy, it helps to unblock the blockages.
That's
Yeah.
exactly
Yeah.
what you're doing.
And
Yeah.
then the self-healing capability is
Of the
coming
organ.
in.
Yeah.
But if you stay in the resistance, then that self-healing capability,
So the
It will be
energy-
blocked.
Yeah.
it's your own resistance that keeps it blocked.
So
Yeah.
the energy can flow freely again.
Yeah.
That's what people experience also.
Yeah.
They feel some warmth or some tintlings.
I can imagine that a lot of illness comes from mental obstruction to life.
Mm-hmm.
Is that always the case, or sometimes the case? That you have a lot of
Many times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very often, yes.
And from the Chinese point of view, Chinese philosophy, they have the three essences. It's Jing, Qi, and Shun. Jing, that is what's called DNA,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. You get it from your parents. Yeah, you can get illnesses from your parents.
Yeah.
Qi, that is what keeps you in life.
Mm-hmm.
And Shun is your mind. There are the three factors that can be influenced and triggers a disease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also triggers the healing when you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. I once heard a story of people in Africa who, when someone comes to their town who is diagnosed as schizophrenic or paranoid, they all start hugging him. They throw a party for him, give him hugs, give him all the love they can give, and that person heals.
Mm-hmm.
Is that maybe also a form of Reiki? Is it love in action what you guys bring to a patient or someone lying on the table?
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah.
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 It's
Very,
natural.
very loving.
Yeah.
From heart to heart,
Yeah.
with the right intention,
Yeah.
and truly connected. We take time for people, they can tell what there is.
Mhm.
So we start always with a cup of tea. We take time for them,
Yeah.
they heard. We hear them, we're listening to them.
Yeah.
What's the problem with love? Yeah, what's the problem with love?
Mm-hmm.
Love is always there. You are love. We are love.
Yeah.
But many times you see there's something between. And if there's anything between, the love cannot connect.
Yeah.
There's an obstruction,
There's
That's
an
what you mean with
obstruction.
something in
Yeah.
between.
And that could be fear.
Could be
Yeah.
fear, not knowing, ignorance, and willing, verlangen.
Desire.
Desire.
Yeah.
That's three.
Yeah. So fear,
Ignorance, desire.
Yeah.
That's what gets between.
Yeah.
But not only between you and me, also between yourself
Yeah.
and your I.
Yeah.
There is love, this flows.
Mhm.
Then the self-love is not reaching you where you are.
Yeah.
It's not flowing.
So when we start with fear, are we afraid of this love that we are then? Or is it the fear of losing love or not being loved?
Yeah, the fear is there because we are afraid. And it's an instinct reaction. An instinct reaction which is thousands and thousands years ago. It was necessary, that instinct reaction.
Existential fear.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Fight, flight.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. The world was not a safe place.
That's right.
People were always hunting each other.
And the Black Panthers, ooh.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And still we have that reaction from our brain,
yeah.
reptile brain.
Right, yeah. We think the world is a dangerous place.
Yeah.
So we have to be fearful.
Yeah, we think that we have.
That's what we think. Yeah.
And there comes a surrender. Surrender and no resistance. Want fighting is a kind of resistance.
Yeah.
You're not surrendering and see what comes.
Yeah.
And
I'm just reminded of there's also a martial arts sport where that's also the main key, that you don't defend, you don't attack, you just be. I think
you just be.
Yeah. What's that sport called?
Is it also Wing Chun, which you practice? Is that got the
Yeah,
same
that's
rules?
the same.
Yeah.
And it's your own responsibility.
It's my responsibility
Yes.
to surrender.
Yeah, not mine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not responsible for your surrendering.
No.
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 Thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a busy day.
It's your responsibility.
Yeah.
It's everybody's responsibility.
Yeah. There's only your own responsibility. You can't be responsible for anyone else.
No.
But you can reach out your hand and help.
And that's what it is. Responsibility. Ability to respond.
Yeah. Being able to respond.
Every moment there is the ability to respond.
Yeah.
And not to react.
Yeah. That's a difference. A reaction and a response.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Response is natural.
Yeah. Reaction is something from the ego. Defense.
Yeah.
I have to go
From
into-
fear or
Yeah.
of desire
Yeah.
or ignorance.
And do you have to take time to respond? Or can that response be immediate?
Immediate.
Yeah?
No time.
Yeah. But there has to be some kind of trust to being able to respond and not react. You have to trust that the response will come. Or that there is nothing to fight against or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just believe.
Just believe that.
That's just a quote from Tommy always says, just believe.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
If you're in the most dangerous situation and you're entangled and with a knife on your throat and
Mhm.
there's nothing
You can do.
you can do. Just believe.
Keep the faith.
Yeah.
Like Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
Same. Job. Yeah. And that belief is not something mental.
No.
Not like believing in a God that is helping me.
No. It's pure existence. Existence which you are.
Mm-hmm.
Be just what you are.
Yeah. Be
How
like-
can you not be?
Yeah,
You're always
Yeah, you're,
are.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just we think we are something else, or
Yeah.
that we're separate, that we're. And that, like the quote from Bruce Lee you told me when we were drinking coffee.
Yeah, be like water, my friend.
That's what he means.
Yeah. Be like water, my friend. It's flowing naturally.
Like water in a river,
Mm-hmm.
it flows naturally.
Yeah.
No resistance. If
Yeah.
if you are,
Mm-hmm.
you are. And it flows naturally. The nature is growing naturally.
Yeah.
And if something is in the way, it grows
Around it. Yeah. So the thing we do is we come to an obstruction, let's say a nasty boss or a nasty neighbor or someone blocking the road. We think this is not right, this has to move before I can go through it.
Yeah, you make an onderscheid, a differentiation
Yeah,
between you and the other.
yeah.
If that are two different things.
Mm-hmm. It's not the way. It's not the case. It's the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do not see what is.
That's the ignorance you're talking
Mhm.
about. We ignore the fact that other man, woman, thing, animal is also me. So
Yeah.
I don't have to. It would be stupid to fight myself.
If you know yourself, you know that the other is no other.
Yeah.
All is one.
And does it hurt you both when you put on the TV and see all the bloody wars going on in Syria and you see yourself being hurt or yourself hurting yourself in another way? How does that work for you guys?
Yeah, and then you can only do it better.
You can only change your own world.
Yeah. And not judge what is going
It's
on.
really,
Then you know better than the other. If you judge,
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
you're the same.
Yeah.
you have to look in a wide view. Why are those people doing that? What's
Yeah.
the real reason? Huh?
Yeah. They're also trying to get united, but they use a very cruel way.
They're in the struggle, in the resistance from fear, desire, or ignorance.
Yeah.
And the solution is be like water.
Yeah. Yeah. And what
Now
kind of
embrace each other.
Mhm.
That's the solution.
What kind of world would we get when everybody was being like water?
Then everybody is playing.
Yeah. One
Like a
big
child.
kindergarten. Yeah.
Yeah.
One big party all over the world.
Yeah.
Everybody meeting each other, creating things. Yeah.
Wow, Patrick, that sounds great.
Yeah.
That sounds really great. Sounds really great.
No one wants nothing.
Yeah. Just sharing everything. Yeah.
Everybody is in the now,
Yeah.
just in love, shining. Wow.
No struggle. No trying to reach, competing. Yeah.
But
Want-
everybody can start a change in the now. You don't have to wait.
Mm-hmm.
Just be the change.
Yeah, there was a famous man who said that, be the change you want to see in the world.
Okay.
Gandhi.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So we don't have to like say, okay, we're now going to start an organization worldwide who has to convince everybody that they have to be like water, my friends.
Yeah.
Or could we? Or could we just
But
do
telling if no one wants to listen is not a cure.
What is the cure then?
Because everyone keeps on shouting
Mhm.
and no one listens. The cure is not telling, but experience. The cure is experience.
That let the other one experience
Yeah.
that he is like water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it spreads. When people are feeling and experience that, then it
Yeah.
spreads.
Yeah. Because they won't forget. That's a famous saying also in
No, you know.
yeah.
Then you knows.
And people see the twinkle in the eyes, and then they start wondering what there is. You've got a twinkle in your eyes, or they're looking or smiling, and then they want to know more.
How come? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then people can easily say, well, I just fell in love with Tom and Ilse. Yeah.
But it's spreading.
From a desire.
Yeah.
Or real love.
Yeah. So not something from the mind that wants to capture this.
Yeah, they are mine.
Yeah.
They want to keep them from
for
themselves.
Yeah.
But what's really from you? What's really yours? What is really yours?
Yeah, well, I would say everything then.
Because everything is connected.
Yeah. But not in
you're owner of everything.
Yeah. Not in a greedy way, but just in you want to take care of everything. Like just if you say that's my car, you wash it, and but when you say everything is mine, then you start treating everything as worthful. Yeah. How do you call it? Yeah. When people from, let's say, England or Germany or whatever want to come and visit you guys, do you also give talks like this in English? Or maybe is that a plan for the future?
Oh, that's possible. Yeah.
If someone wants to get you to Berlin to talk about this, you're open to that?
We're open for everything.
Yeah. Because you guys want to spread this loving message, I guess. It's not something you keep to yourself.
No, it's not something we want. It's thy will.
Mm-hmm. So if it happens, it happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you could say that this is also a form of thy will, because I don't know where the idea came from to talk to you guys in English. You don't know why you said yes or no.
Yeah, I know why I said yes. Because all the time we meet, it feels really good. There's a connection from heart to heart, good vibes, good energy.
Yeah.
That's why we said yes, without thinking, yes, surrender.
Yeah. So it's no mental thing.
True.
Yeah. Sometimes you hear the comment of people who say when you talk about such a freeing message, how come you still have to ask money from people to come and visit you? I know the answer, it's pure practical. You have to rent the house or rent the space. Would it be for you a good way to just give it away for free all, or?
Sometimes we do it. And people are in some financial problems. Yeah. We give it for free.
Because you're giving it to yourself. You don't have
truly.
Anything in return.
Mm-hmm.
Is money then like the big virus?
Yeah, it's no guilt thing.
No.
It's forgiving.
Yeah, it's forgiving. Yeah. Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
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 But people always want to give something back. Always, all the time.
Yeah.
It's not necessary, but that's a habitude.
Yeah. 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 I feel that urge also all the time when people talk about this in such a loving way that you have to give something in return. Yeah. Is there also an English website maybe people can visit to read some things about you guys? Is Tommji? No, it's .nl.
It's all Dutch.
All Dutch. Yeah. Maybe in the future.
Yeah,
that's possible.
Yeah.
And with the translation button, they can translate, or they can call us. We can explain everything. No problem.
Google. Yeah.
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah. And is there any written material available for the Dutch viewers? Is there a book or a CD, DVD, anything people can order from you guys?
No, everything is on the website. They can follow courses at our place.
What kind of courses?
You can tell it better. Tommji Ilse, the teaching of the Tommji. That's what Tom is giving, the MSH.
Yeah, what we are doing now. teaching of life,
Yeah.
love,
Yeah.
happiness. Yeah. And it's not a teaching like I'm the teacher and you're the student. It's more an experiencing.
A journey.
Yeah. And does that work better with more people? Let's say if you're with 10 people, does the vibe get stronger, or how does that work?
When you're with more people, the vibe gets higher, but the result is the same when we're one-on-one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And people can come for the course of Reiki and the treatments, the acupuncture, of course. And I give also courses in using the pendulum.
Oh.
And I do some readings. When people give pictures, I can connect with a picture, and then I make a reading, which is coming in.
So you're clairvoyant, or how do you call it?
That's how they call it. I don't want to use that term because people get some freaky ideas when you tell that, but that's
What's
how
that
it
term?
works.
Clairvoyant.
What's that?
Helderziend.
Okay.
Yeah. Or heldervoelend.
It was already there when I was a small child.
Yeah.
I was about 1 year old. And then I told I told my mom about the auntie that the baby wouldn't live, and the baby was born with an open back.
Yeah.
And so when I was small, they told me it was a little bit freaky. When I spoke, it was true. And when I was about 15 years old, around that age, I was a little bit scared for them. I want to hide it. Oh, I don't want it. And right now, it's coming. I use it in a good way. When people ask,
Yeah, you don't give advice without
no,
people
no,
asking.
of course not.
No. And anything you like to do, Tom, except talking about this? Are you very fond of a certain kind of music, or playing an instrument, or doing readings about China, or?
I like many things. I enjoy doing nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, very active.
Yeah.
Like the Chinese say, wei wu wei. Doing very active nothing.
Yeah. Doing without doing.
Doing without doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you like walking in the nature, in the dunes, at the sea.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
like playing the flute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do that without doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not I that does
Mhm.
that.
Have we guys done anything in our lives, or are we being done from birth till death? That's a question for me.
Can you repeat it?
Well, you say why we wait, doing without doing. So I would say we're being done. It's being, doing Tom, doing Ilse, being Patrick. Was that always the case? Is that always the case from birth till death? Or is that after the shift? It's called realization. So is it the realization that is always was the case, that it's always going by itself, doing by itself? Or was there a time in our life where we're really actively doing things with the mind-made self?
We are ourselves, and there's no, you cannot be not yourself.
Yeah.
You're always yourself. And what's the purpose of life? Why are you here on this earth? It doesn't matter what you do or what you don't do, or what you do without doing.
Just be.
Just be, and the purpose of life is that you realize that
that which has no words. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe you can tell how the
And if you don't, that doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
You get a second chance.
Yeah.
Perhaps you had some 10,000, 100,000 of chances. in previous lives.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't realize, you get a second chance.
Yeah. You said the message.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you can explain how the MSH started, how it came to you.
Mm.
Maybe the people are interested
Yeah, we
to
still
know
have
that.
10 minutes,
Okay.
so please tell us.
Yeah, but I don't want to get out of the question.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's still hanging around my head. So I still think, well, okay, this ego, the mind-made self, the I thought I was I, let's say, from 5 years old till 35 years old, being in control of life, and then came the insight that I'm not the doer, so then I let go of trying to steer life? Or was it always the case that did I just imagine that I was choosing how to move? And
Yeah, all these questions, they're taking place in the head.
yeah,
Yeah. And you ask yourself that question. Who's the you? Where's the you?
yeah,
With or without the questions, the you is,
still there.
yeah, it's that.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
So I don't have to get the answers to find myself.
No.
Stop seeking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be where you are.
With what you are.
Yeah. Be where you are. That's, yeah, where are you? Not what, where are you?
Mm-hmm.
If you're that far away with your thoughts
Mm-hmm.
from yourself, then you're still yourself, but you don't remember.
Yeah.
And you imagine that you're something else.
Yeah.
You think you are. What's your, yeah, where are you? Where are you? I asked it earlier
Mm-hmm.
this interview.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Well, I would say at home. I'm just at home. Like Paul Young says in the song, wherever I lay my head, that's my home.
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels like that.
Be where your heart is.
Be where your heart is. Yeah. But is that
That's home.
That's home. But is that in this world, or is it let's say out of this world?
Everywhere.
Everywhere at the same time.
Yeah.
There is no time. And no
Mhm.
place.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really
So the answer is everywhere.
yeah. It's really a shift in perspective then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're looking the other way
Yeah.
around. And when you look into an object all around you.
Yeah.
If you look into it through a telescope, you're looking at an object.
Mhm.
And the subject is forgotten. But without a subject, there are no objects.
No.
Where are you?
Yeah. At the subject.
Where is that? That's
That's what it's all about.
that's
Yeah.
where you are.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for the word.
Maybe you can translate or explain the word and I can translate
Yeah.
it for you. What's the word?
Hmm.
We will help you, Tommy. Come on.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Words are just words.
Words are words.
Yeah.
Yeah, going by the words.
Maybe you can explain what you
Yeah.
wanted to say with the word. Is it important for now?
Oh no,
Okay.
No.
no,
So
it's not important.
it's also about a certain kind of vibe that you guys transmit, maybe also on this lens, but I can feel it, a certain kind of peace, this reassuring peace that everything is okay, nothing is wrong, everything is exactly as it should be. Yeah.
That's the interaction, Patrick. We're doing that together, huh?
Yeah. It's the heart recognizing the heart, or itself, or whatever you want to call it.
That's how it is. That's how it feels.
Yeah. Still, we have that immediately when a dog comes running and sitting on our lap. We immediately recognize, this is pure innocence. There's nothing wrong with this dog. It doesn't play out anything else than it is. It's not pretending to be a bird. It's
nothing in between.
Yeah. No barriers.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dogs are a good example. All the time themselves.
Yeah.
You can learn a lot from observation, animals or dogs.
Yeah.
They just be, they just are.
Yeah, and also plants and birds. They're not trying to be another bird or a better bird or...
Just be.
Yeah. Just birding. Yeah. Yeah. It was nice talking to you guys again. We're almost talking for an hour right now. Anything you want to add to this interview? Maybe a beautiful quote?
A quote.
Yeah.
I like the birds with the red chest.
Yeah.
How do you call it in English? Birds with the red chest.
Roodborstje. That's the word you were searching for.
Roodborstje.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't know the translation in English.
In English it's called different.
The birds with a red chest and a brownish look.
Yeah.
Yeah, but one day there was born one bird with a red chest.
Yeah.
Which name I can't remember.
We know what you mean.
But that bird didn't have a red chest.
Oh.
And he was very sad about it. And every day he looked in the mirror and he didn't saw his red chest. Yeah. But he was a bird with red chest.
Yeah,
so he wants that red chest so badly.
Yeah.
And there was no red chest. And one day he got in the bushes and he pricked himself with the needle of a thorn. Yeah. And then all his chest
was red. Yeah.
And from that day he was a bird with a red chest.
So we have to find this thorn and get pricked.
This thorn who can prick in our heart.
Yeah. And being fully what we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was nice talking to you guys. Thanks for this beautiful interview.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.